And we
Oh,
are live.
oh. Hi,
Yeah.
everybody.
Hey,
Hey,
folks.
Welcome
everybody.
to another monthly show from us.
James,
How's it going?
it's going good. Hold on, I got to point this out right away. James, yeah, you're very right. That
Ooh.
happens. Yeah, that happens. Calling me out up front. It's
Well, I think it's also we're running a little late because Maddie and Andrew couldn't find light bulbs. So
yeah, there's a little. I'm going for
I've got the.
moody here. Plus, I'm sporting Irish colors, right? I got the orange and the green. It's St. Patrick's
yeah,
Day.
I
that that it
barely
is.
even went outside today, so I forgot it was St. Patrick's Day. Today's my work
Oh
from home
man,
day, so as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I didn't go outside either today.
that happens. Yep,
Yeah. Well.
yep.
Oh, how's everybody
So,
doing?
I'm doing good. Doing
That
good.
good, huh?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
really,
I'm
really selling it.
doing good. Yeah, I'm worn out, but I've got tomorrow off, so I am happy about
That's
that.
not nice.
Yeah.
Well, I am finally finished with the one side of the basement renovations. So it's a big deal. Been working on that every day, all the
Fancy.
time for a long time.
Nice.
So yeah,
Are we gonna
Maddie.
get?
Well,
Are we gonna get like picture updates?
Uh, I mean, I could post a picture or two, but it's a basement. Now it looks like a room. Ooh.
exciting.
maybe once it turns more into what are you gonna put in there?
Teenagers.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
good idea. Good idea.
Yeah, good idea. Just
I
shove
mean,
them down there.
authorized teenagers. My teenagers, not just random teenagers off the road.
This sounds like
And
lawyer
Tina,
speak.
yes, I did get the asbestos taken care of.
Good.
Uh,
Well, since I last saw you guys, it like this.
Yeah.
We got Apple Plus. I canceled HBO Max and Disney Plus so I could be financially responsible and then bring it back at a later date.
Smart.
Since I don't need to watch anything there right now. And I finally
I
watched
don't
all of
I
Ted
don't understand
Lasso.
what
And like we
Yeah.
knew, from you and everybody's like, hey, you have to watch it. People separately telling me, myself and Elliot, like, we know you love puns. You have to watch this. And I love anything
Mhm.
wholesome.
Yeah.
Anything surprisingly wholesome, and anything that gives characters redemption arcs. And oh my god, I don't know what I've done with my entire life. I don't understand. What was I doing before I watched this show? I have no idea.
It's
Well,
a
It's amazing.
good show.
it is somehow surprisingly wholesome with all sorts of little bits to remind you that it's an adult show. You
It's so
know, it's
Mhm.
it's so good in so many ways.
it,
Folks, if you have not watched Ted Lasso, you gotta do that.
Just
You
do
know,
it.
as a conglomeration of not sports people, um, I
I'm
can't
invested.
not
It's
including Andrew in that, I guess, but as not sports people, it is absolutely the best show to come out of the last 5 years, if not more.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
man, Apple TV's got some like great offerings. Like
Ugh.
we watched all of that.
I don't know if you can
Oh,
read this,
you have
but
a Ted. La-
I have a Ted Lasso quote posted it
Oh,
to
success is
my
not about
computer.
wins and losses. It's about helping people become the best versions of
That's
themselves.
right. Yep.
That's really sweet.
It's right there.
Um, I'm watching Severance as it's coming out weekly.
Oh, that looks good.
It's very good. And
Yeah.
I just finished the first season. That's all it's out right now of um, Foundation, which I just finished today. It's a sci-fi fantasy show.
Yeah. So I haven't watched that. What did you think about it?
I loved it. Now, I immediately afterwards looked on the internet because I was like, I want to see what else is saying. And there were a lot of articles that were like, they finally adapted Isaac Asimov's Foundation, but is it boring or is it worth it? Because some people felt like it was boring. Now, I love sci-fi
Well,
fantasy.
obviously, those people didn't read the books if they didn't know what they were getting into.
I
Foundation
loved
is a lot
it.
of things, but it is not particularly exciting.
I haven't had that much fun with a sci-fi fantasy show in a while, like a new
Okay.
one.
Really?
I like a lot of them as they come out, and I enjoy them. But there's something that got me more about this. I think it's the human connection between things. It's the politics. It's the diplomacy. I love history, and I
Mhm.
love talking about I mean, I was a diplomacy and security major in grad school, so I like that kind of stuff. And so seeing how different like parts of humanity play off of one another, and plus you've got these two fantastic female protagonists. Now, somewhere in the chat's gonna be like, "It doesn't matter. Who cares? Stop being woke if there's ladies." Shut up. It's cool sometimes for me to have ladies be the main person in sci-fi, like, and two black women. Very cool. I liked them. Get over yourselves.
And the neat thing is Foundation doesn't really have, and again, it's been a long time since I've read the books, but the books don't really have a main character per se, right? It's the story of, the fall of the empire over 1,000 years, as predicted and manipulated by space librarians. So, I mean,
it was great. It was like, hey, I'm a statistician, basically. Here's the math, and it's going to predict the future for you based on like how humanity is acted. I'm like, yes, this is great. So I loved it.
That sounds really good. I'm gonna have to check that out.
You have to, Andrew.
I dig me some good, slow, like not particularly interesting, like you said, or exciting.
I want to read the books now, but I'm worried it'll ruin something for me, so I don't know.
The books are good. I mean, they are, it's been. I still worked at the library the last time I read them, so it's been at least 12 years. No, 14 years. Wow. Sorry, guys. I need a hard reboot.
Dan will be back in 20 seconds.
Yeah. But I remember they're still pretty gripping. I just flew through all 6 books.
I want to read it.
And they're not very long.
I'm gonna read it now, I think. And Andrew, you would love it. Like not to get spoiler, I'm not, but like the whole empire that's in charge of like a lot of the galaxy or whatever, it's led by basically clones. So like the first, his name is Cleon. Like one of the emperors is like, you know what? Why would I have children continue the dynasty? I'm the best version of myself. Why don't we have a genetic dynasty? Like I make clones. There's always 3 of them. Dawn, day, and dusk. So it's the Cleon clones at different ages, and that's how they transition through the Empire's life cycle. Very interesting.
All right.
Anyways, that's my nerd thing for right now.
All right, I'm putting it on my list. Putting it on my list right now on the list of never-ending shows to watch.
And I'll never run out of recommendations to give people because all I do is consume TV and media. Like the new season of Upload, watch it in a day. I'm sure.
Okay. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the second season yet.
I dropped out of the first season of Upload.
Really?
Did you?
Well, I mean, I just, one day I just didn't watch another one.
Yep.
But I keep seeing the previews for season 2, and it looks interesting, so I may try to catch up. I'm working my way back through Buffy now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You're speaking my language.
I just finished season 3. So.
Ugh. I love Buffy.
I just finished, I just finished watching The Expanse, the last season of it.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I need to watch that.
It was good. I felt, I haven't looked into it, so I don't know the story behind it. Like, the last season felt a lot shorter, and I don't know, maybe I need to rewatch it again. It felt kind of rushed to me. I was really surprised when I watched the last episode. I was like, wait, what? That's it? But all in all, very good. I highly recommend that show. I thought it was really enjoying.
Have you read the books?
I have not read the books. No, I haven't read the books. So I've heard, I don't know how well it compares. I want to say I've heard that it does a really good job. I think it skews from the books a little bit, but it does a really good job following the heart of the books.
Yeah.
Question from the chat. Have you guys seen The Batman yet?
Me
either. If you guys want to come over once it's on HBO Max and just watch it at my house together.
Wait, is it on HBO Max?
Not yet. It will be.
Okay.
So I'm waiting for that. I think in a couple weeks. Because I've heard mixed things about it. And I think due to the length, which I'm not always afraid of, due to the length and type of film, I think I would enjoy it more if my friends came over, we sat on the couch and watched it. Got one of those Domino's Batman pizzas that looks like a maxi pad, and we just all hang out. Not Domino's, Little Caesars. I just feel like that's better. My friend, who's like another big comic book fan, said she checked her watch 7 times while watching it. And so I was like, well, let me just watch it at home.
How long is it?
3 hours.
3 hours long.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like Wyatt Earp long.
Oh my gosh.
And Justice League was that long, and it wasn't worth it either. I'm sorry, people in the chat. I hated it. So I can't be hurt again by DC.
Oh,
I have to be at home and safe.
I'm pretty sure that I saw all of Justice League. It ends after Bruce Wayne goes to the village and talks to the Eskimo people, right? That's the end of the movie.
Is it? You mean the one that he goes to, and they sing a long time?
When he's looking for Aquaman.
And yeah, they sing for 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's the end of the movie.
3 whole minutes.
That's a long ass movie.
Yeah, it really was. Super Laugh Hard just started Station 11. Any goods? It seems promising. I really enjoyed it.
Station 11. I haven't heard of that.
Another great not really sci-fi, but like how do I describe this? There's like an end of the world event with like an illness, and these are the people that are like living on after it. And they're all united by a certain thing in between, but I can't spoil that. But I really enjoyed it personally.
Gonna add it to my list.
She is.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, that's correct. Inuit over Eskimo, because that's the derogatory.
Yes. My bad.
Justice League is 4 hours, and I loved 40 non-consecutive minutes of it. My man.
Yeah, but yet I can sit down and watch 6 hours of Buffy and not even notice. So
yeah,
it's because I've been thinking about that, because my wife and I do that a lot. We'll binge through TV shows all day, but like we never get around to watching movies, and it's just because, well, one, usually you got like a deeper emotional investment in a movie, depending on the movie. Maybe not so for like Justice League, but also it's because the TV shows, they give you the promise of being able to stop every 45, 50 minutes, right?
Like a drug. It's you're gambling right then, because you're like, well,
I can always stop. Yeah.
And on the cliffhanger.
I'm going to keep going, but I can always stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
End up watching way more hours of TV than I do just watching one movie.
Yeah. Well, and also too, I think part of it is that, especially rewatching per se, right? You can watch with half your brain and, do other stuff, and you're not fully engaged. Whereas if I'm going to sit down and watch a movie, it's like, it's time to, really focus in on a movie, and that requires commitment.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch a movie as I sit down to eat my lunch over, of course, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll push the ball forward in a TV rewatch that way.
Yep. Exactly.
Dan, what do you think of IDW losing Transformers after this year?
I think that they have at least 4 or 5 more hardcovers that they got to figure out a way to get out before the end of the year. Else, I'm going to be sad. They've announced, they announced another one recently. They've still got time probably to get 2 more out if they're doing them quarterly.
Yeah.
But they're not going to finish. And that's the part that makes me sad. Like, they've already solicited the hardcovers that I think complete the 2019 Transformers run, but they're not going to complete the 2005 run.
Sounds like you need to pick up the floppies and do a custom bind to match your book.
I've got a lot of those floppies, but not all of them, certainly.
Yeah.
So, I'm sad to see it. I think they've done an excellent job with the license, certainly, in both incarnations of it. There were some missteps along the way, but compared to you know, the thing to keep in mind is that is by far the longest running continuity for Transformers, period.
Okay.
Is that 2005 IDW run. It ran for you know what, 15 years, right? I mean, I'm not good at math. It did, but it was incredible. So I'm sad to see it go. You know, I'm sure whoever gets it will tell neat stories. But you know, I think IDW's done a great job with it. So we'll see.
Fingers crossed.
Ultra Magnus was done dirty. What? Ultra Magnus in More Than Meets the Eye was wonderful, and I love the way that they made Ultra Magnus position as much as a character. So that was pretty cool, I thought.
Hey, Lionheart, thanks for hanging out. I beat it, of course. Duh. With Horizon Midwest. As of like over a week ago, I guess. And I'm already sad. There's like it's a hole in my life now. And I already miss her a lot. And now I'm gonna have to wait another like 2 or 3, 4 years for another one. So we're not gonna let the channel die.
No. Although so I wanted to bring that up. We have not put anything out in a little bit other than these live videos, and that is just because we're all so damn busy. We actually have married. What do we have? We have 3 or 4, maybe 4 videos like already recorded.
Yeah, they just need notes to be finished.
Yeah, we've all just hit like it's been like the perfect storm of everybody's got extra busy things going on the side right now.
Yeah. And no, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere. We appreciate you sticking around. This is fun.
That's why we're like, well, we have these monthly videos to check in. 1, we get to see you guys and talk, and 2, you know that we're okay.
That's right.
We're all good.
Unless we're okay.
We're not dead.
Yeah. I mean, like, mentally, actually, right now I'm really good. But if you asked me a week ago, I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Life always gets in the way of a good plan or 2. Yeah, it does.
Indeed.
No plan survives contact with anything.
No. Thank you, Elliot. Elliot wonders, how's the gang? So, gang, how are you?
The gang is good. I'm
doing all right.
I am for one happy that around here in Kentucky, the weather is starting to get nice. Now,
this week.
I was going to say, I say that with some hesitation because it also did that last week, and then it snowed over the weekend.
Guys, everyone, just please, good vibes, fingers crossed that next weekend is good.
What's going on next weekend, Maddie?
I'm getting married. I'm already married now. I have been for 2 years. But I was supposed to have a wedding early 2020 in March. But then something happened. Wouldn't you know it? We had to move it 3 times.
Taxes.
So now we're finally having it.
Yeah.
A wedding 2 years after we've been married next weekend. So
that's awesome.
James, I don't have time to film a wedding. Somebody else would have to come film it. And I guarantee it won't be exciting to watch.
Throw your camera, throw your phone.
I mean, Omar is officiating, so I mean, who knows what's going to happen, really?
Oh my gosh.
Because we're going to write out a script, sort of, that he could use, but I don't think it will be.
He's not going to use that.
And that's fine. That's why I asked him.
Here's my impression of Omar reading from a script. Hold on, I got to find a piece of paper. That's going to be it, and then it's going to go from there.
Just make sure he says the magic words.
What are the magic words?
Like and subscribe.
Oh my God, yes. Well, now we have to film it. All right, Andrew, cancel your plans for next weekend. You better. He does. I reminded him. Ultra Magnus is the Flint of Transformers, confident, able to back it up, a man on a mission.
I could see that. I could see that. And
all right.
I think they did a pretty decent job of fleshing that out a little bit. To give basically to find a way to give him an arc. And I think they did a good job with that. I enjoyed reading it.
All these Omar ones are really funny. Is Omar going to use an omnibus as a book to hold a speech? Which one? But will Omar be sober during all this?
That was my question.
Which Omar, the drunk Omar? Omar's going to read a passage from an omnibus for Maddie's wedding. If he pulls, we can say fucking. It's a 9 p.m. show. If he pulls fucking Dark Phoenix Saga out,
I was just about. Yep.
I'm leaving.
I was thinking Inferno myself, but
Oh my god.
Not to take away from wedding talk, but Dan, are you getting the Super 7 Ultimate Transformers?
I have ordered the Bludgeon from, I guess, Wave. I don't remember if it's Wave 1 or Wave 2. And then I ordered the G2 Megatron from the most recent wave. But, until those materialize, they're basically like vaporware. I know that Super 7 has put a bunch of these out, but they've got such long lead times on them that, like, I just kind of put, I puts my order in and then I forgets. So, someday, 5 years from now, I'll be very pleasantly surprised by a G2 Megatron that doesn't transform showing up in my mailbox.
Those are the best surprises, though. I love when random figures I've pre-ordered or books just show up. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yes and no.
Or it came out of my bank account when I was expecting it to, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered this, and I'm very happy to have it. Wolverine the X-Men.
Ooh, nice.
But it wasn't really clear on when it would be delivered to me, so I didn't really account well for the expense.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy to have this, but I'm not happy for the amount that was spent towards this. But I have it. That's great.
I now keep a very detailed file in notes with all of my pre-orders after the second time that the second pre-ordered version of the thing came, where I forgot that I had already pre-ordered it and pre-ordered it again somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. That can only happen so many times where you have to, kick in the system. And with distribution being what it is these days, like, you can't at all count on finding anything in stores. So,
no. Well, you can't count on pre-orders a lot of times too. Like, at least with books now, so you have to be really careful.
Yeah.
At least where you're going.
Toys, like, the only thing lately that I have had that has been weird is Masterpiece Skids Transformer is a
I feel like Skids is an unfortunate name, but go ahead.
Well, it's the 80s. Some stores got it in December, and other stores, all the pre-orders are delayed till July. And it's like, kind of wish I'd ordered from the December people, and a lot of folks still have it in stock. I could just order it and get it. But on the other hand, it's like, you know what? I've got a lot of pre-orders coming this month. So maybe I'll just wait for that July figure. That'll be fine.
Yeah. I started Horizon Forbidden West, and I was so surprised how all of Aloy's friends dislike her now because she keeps turning away from them. Hopefully it gets better later on. It does. Just imagine how you would feel if, like, you had this friend and you helped her and she's the hero and she saved the day, and then you're going to have a party and celebrate, and she's like, peace, and then just gone. You're like, and months later, you might be a little hurt too, but trust me, everybody feels better later on, and she will learn how to let people in. I would say it's a spoiler, but it's very typical character progression. But it's all worth it. Dan, with all the Transformers toys talk, are you going to get the NECA Alf figure? This Alf joke from the main channel's got to...
Oh, man.
Never ends.
Oh, man. The Alf stuff is good.
No. But, Alf's great, I guess. It's one of those things where there's so much. My childhood is beginning to feel a bit like a mine that's been overly tapped. I mean, had all this stuff come out 10 years ago when it wasn't like when it was still novel for things from the 80s to be making some sort of comeback, it would be different. But I don't know. I keep seeing these things like Alf and whatnot that they're doing. It's like, okay, I mean, check it off. When am I going to get my Small Wonder toy?
Oh my gosh.
It's coming. It's coming.
I'm glad I haven't had anything like that with anything yet, but who knows? It could happen. The closest thing I've seen is like there's a lot of like gummy bears merchandise, which I guess technically
here
isn't
and there
of my
gummy bears.
Yeah, like, and I mean like nice purses and stuff. Like all this kind of stuff that I was not expecting. But like as far as other things that I liked when I was a kid, I haven't seen as much return from that, except for like a couple of reboots. Like some Nickelodeon stuff has gotten reboots, like Rocko's Modern Life, Rugrats, and that's in comic books and in like the shows. But a lot of the other stuff I haven't seen as much, which is good and bad, because there's some things I wouldn't mind more content of, and other things I'm like, well, I didn't really ask for this one.
Right.
Yeah, there are a handful of things that it's like, God, I hope they never remake this. Warts and all, this stands on its own. Buffy's one of those things. Like,
well, listen, that Buffy reboot, and I am a huge Buffy comic collector, and I sold my new Buffy comic books, like the reboots, because the first issue was, or the first like trade was really great, and then just completely downhill. They trick you with how good the artist is.
Is that the season 8 or is that post?
No, I have all of those. Those are great.
Okay.
The canon sounds silly. All of the canon post-show material,
right,
is very good, and I have all of it. You're welcome to come over and read it.
I think I've read all of that when it was coming out.
Yeah, so I have season 8 through 12, which is incredibly out of print.
Never mind. I've read all of season 8.
If I'm ever in dire straits, I know I can sell that and be well off. I will say that the initial, this is gonna sound really nerdy. I'm going down a whole hill. Sorry, people in the chat who don't care about this, but after Angel, there's a little bit of stuff that's that IDW published, and that stuff is garbage. I do own it all.
Fair.
And it gets better once everything moves to Dark Horse. It has the library editions, and that's all great. But the Boom reboot is so bad. It was so promising. We were all excited. We were all rooting for it, and it's so bad. I had to sell it. I could not live through that life anymore.
I keep seeing those in the shops, and it's like, I don't want to go down that road.
Don't do it. Just come over and read the good canon stuff. Ignore everything else.
So speaking of reboots, I saw this caught my eye. I've been thinking about this show. Did anybody watch? Dan, you probably watched Misfits of Science. Yes? No?
It does not ring a bell.
Oh my gosh. What was it, like mid 80s, I think? All I can really
or Z.
Is it what? Is it? It's around that time, yes. No. This was a live action show. Oh man, the only person. So it had a very early Courtney Cox in it, and
what?
Yeah. This is pre like everything. Well, maybe not pre Dancing in the Dark, but like everything else. And it was a show. Gosh, man, I can barely remember. I just remember as a kid loving it. It was what the title says. These 4 or 5 characters were somehow involved in, I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it, but it was fun. I just remember that. I'm going to go look it up right now because I'm not remembering it very well.
You can watch it on YouTube, at least part of it.
Okay.
That's like me finding out you can watch Captain Power on YouTube. It's like,
Oh, in fact, speaking of that, and I think, in fact, it was Newspoo that put this on last time. Somebody mentioned Parker Lewis Can't Lose. I don't know why my camera's doing that.
Yes.
Yeah, and I like that like struck a bell with me, and I was like, okay, I got to go back and watch that. And I just watched the first episode a couple of days ago on YouTube, and it is every bit as early '90s as I remembered it to be.
Oh yeah,
and I'm kind of hoping the whole series is on there now. It was fun.
Any cons that you guys are planning to attend this year? Dan, are you going to try to go to LexCon next weekend?
Nope.
after what we went through, it's next weekend.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I thought about it, but no. If I'm gonna go to a con, I'm gonna go to one where my money can be spent on stuff instead of admission.
Yeah.
And I get the whole like the thing about Lexington, Comic and Toy Con is they bring a lot of people in, and so that's theoretically why it costs more, or at least that's my best guess.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what I go to cons for. So, I'll probably go to some of the Ohio toy conventions later on, maybe. And Omar and I are talking about trying to do TF Con again in the fall, but we don't have any hard plans for anything yet. So,
where's TF Con? Is that the one in Maryland?
Well, it was in Maryland last year. I think this year the fall one is in Chicago, maybe.
Ooh, okay.
So nice. I don't remember off the top of my head. But what about you guys?
Yeah, I don't have any hard plans either. I'm kind of given the situation of the pandemic that's still happening. I'm still trying to play by ear. I don't want to get caught in anything where I can't get out or I'm going to lose money on. We're looking at doing Gen Con again because I felt really comfortable there last year with how they did things, and that's the board game convention in Indianapolis. I always feel like it's a great return on my investment. I spend some money there, even if I don't buy things.
Yeah.
By me buying a badge, I've got access to the board game library and all these other things. So I have a lot of things I can do. That's really fun for me. So I'm thinking about doing that. I'm staying open to other conventions, but so far it just really depends on those conventions' policies. I'd love to go to another comic book convention this year. It'd be great. I'd love to go to a little anime convention. That'd be great. But
yeah,
I don't know what anything's going to look like later.
Yeah, I mean, the TF Con last year was excellent. I loved every minute of it, and I enjoyed some of the toy conventions that we went to. Going to Baltimore Comic Con while we happened to be in Baltimore for TF Con, I was disappointed with that, just because I realized that the type of things I'm looking for, in the comics realm, are not the sort of things that vendors are bringing to shows to sell.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, for better or worse, you either got to find that stuff in a dark corner where somebody's forgotten they have it in their inventory, or order it. And,
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, there's not a lot of not the non-Marvel omnibus, but, prestige hardback sellers at these shows.
Yeah, it's really hard to find. There's a certain few sellers I always come back to, but yeah, typically they bring more of their vintage floppies, and it's different.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a lot.
Exactly.
I like C2E2 for that reason, only because there's a few independent publishers that are there, so I get to actually interact with them, which I really appreciate. But yeah, the Lexington Comic Con doesn't have as much the smaller creators I like to interact with either.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what kills. I want a big artist alley. I want to talk to independent creators, smaller ones. I want that kind of interaction where I can't get that from a store.
See, I don't want to speak with anyone. I just want to buy things.
I just don't want to interview them. If I can just talk, that's fine. But the minutes of interview, I'm just how was it like being? And I'm like, oh my god, you don't want this. I don't want this.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest with each other. We don't want to do this, do we?
Super Laugh Hard in the chat mentioned the TV show Misfits. Have you guys seen?
I love Misfits.
Yeah,
oh my god,
I love
such a good show.
Yeah.
So good.
Yes.
Great.
I love Misfits.
And anytime I see any of those actors doing other things now, I just get I'm so happy when I see them.
That,
and they're everywhere. Like,
well, and that's one of those things too. When when you see an actor in something and you're like, where have I seen them? That's like my, the rule is I have to watch 2 episodes before I can look it up.
Really?
Yeah, because
I can't wait at all.
I mean, it's the whole idea that there are no bar bets anymore, right? Because nobody doesn't know everything all the time. But it's like I give myself 2 episodes to try to figure it out.
Well, I guess usually typically I'll figure it out right away.
Watching the Umbrella Academy, I could not make that connection to Misfits.
Really?
Oh wow.
For like 3 or 4 episodes.
So recognizable. But I also I've rewatched.
I agree. He's so recognizable. I just, for whatever reason,
And then we had when they had Simon in. It was so hard to see him in Game of Thrones because I was like, "That's my boy." And I remember people telling me about Misfits and being like, "Oh, Simon, he's wonderful." I'm like, "This creepy dude." In the first season, are you serious? And by the 3rd season, I'm like, "I love this man. I would do anything for him." And in the first season, he's saying stuff about like, I don't know, peeing on girls' armpits or something.
He had a little bit of creep going on, yeah.
He just needed to grow up. It's fine.
Yep.
And by the 3rd season, I'm like, hello.
I like the Dan challenge. I'm gonna start adopting that of waiting at least 2 episodes. I'm gonna see where that goes. Yeah,
I suspect you're gonna Kramer that.
We're getting a Quantum Leap reboot.
3 minutes in.
3 minutes. I'm out.
I didn't know we're getting a Quantum Leap reboot. I love Quantum Leap.
Wait, what?
Are we gonna get a Sliders reboot now? Where's my Sliders reboot?
Oh wow. It's the same show.
It's the same show. Basically.
It's gonna be a mashup.
That's fine with me. Anyone here back the Brandon Sanderson Kickstarter for his new books? No, but also I haven't read any Brandon Sanderson. I know I'm supposed to. Everybody's like, that's what you're supposed to do. I haven't read any.
I did.
Did you? Nice.
They're pretty though. They're nice.
Yeah, I mean, and it's the sort of thing. I'll probably kick myself over it because I'm sure those books will come out in mass market editions that I could get. I don't know. I just thought it was a neat approach, and sure, let's try it.
I think maybe it worked. I couldn't tell the numbers were.
It was.
It didn't get a lot of traction from what I understand.
I fell for it. I was like,
I think you made a little bit of money. It might happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hear it's the most well-funded Kickstarter. Yeah, I don't know what the actual numbers are.
Yeah, when I the last I read about it, it was number 2, but that was like on day 2.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Wow. I need to revisit and look at like what the rankings are for things now. I shouldn't do that right now, though. I'm gonna do it.
We'll just it'll hold the record until we get a Near Mint Collective Kickstarter going.
Yeah.
Wow, that was the rudest thing I've ever done.
Thanks for the vote of confidence there.
We have to wait another 29.7 years for another window to open for a Sliders reboot.
Ooh.
I love Sliders, you guys.
It's
those little shows that they're a low budget, but I remember Sliders such a cool one because I love them exploring how different societies interact depending on who you are. That's just neat.
What about Cleopatra 2099, Maddie?
Oh, I remember that.
I don't know what that is.
That was
you're gonna have
like mid-90s, right?
Yeah.
You mean is it 25? You mean?
Maybe. I just picked a random.
What is this? Sam Raimi produced it.
Yeah, and Gina Torres is in it.
Oh, that's right.
I love Gina Torres.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When complications arise during her breast augmentation surgery, 20th century exotic dancer Cleo is put to suspended animation, waking 525 years in the future. She joins 2 women in their fight against the Baileys, arm-flying machines who now control Earth's surface. I'm in.
We just lost Maddie.
That's
I had completely forgotten about that until
this is amazing.
I watched something I was watching something on YouTube and it had the commercials in, and one of the commercials was for Sliders, Cleopatra 2525, and maybe it was Xena even. I mean, it was like two shows that to me seemed like mainstream shows, and then Cleopatra 2525, which was like, I remember that existing. I don't know if I watched that.
I'm gonna watch the hell out of this.
Wasn't that on like Fox at like 3 p.m. on a Saturday afternoon?
Maybe,
or goofy like that.
I don't remember.
2 seasons. Can you believe that? You're right. It was back to back with. It was part of back to back Action Hour.
Jack of all trades. Yeah,
I remember Jack of all trades.
This is ridiculous.
Gotta look that up.
I would also love a Xena or Hercules reboot, but I would love for Kevin Sorbo to like never come anywhere near it. That would be best.
Yeah, maybe.
But Lucy Lawless can do whatever she wants. She can play Xena again if she wants. She's the most beautiful woman.
She can play Hercules.
Oh my God! Stop! I can't. I can't.
Just flip the shows.
There you go.
I assume this is related to the Kickstarter. Your Order of Night Radiant.
This is from Brandon Sanderson's, big epic series, and frankly, I don't know. I've never really given it a lot of thought. I enjoy those books, but they aren't grabbing me the same way his other stuff does, even though, I'll read it as soon as it comes out. But like, I read it and then I put it down and then I don't think about it very much afterwards. I expect when there are more of them out and you can kind of live it for 6 months at a time, that I will go back and reread them all back to back, and we'll see how it goes.
What Sanderson book would you recommend for somebody who's never read any?
Elantris. His first book.
Okay.
That's the book. I mean, I started with Elantris when it came relatively soon after it came out, and I was hooked.
Okay. I've been wanting to get into.
Yeah, and that, his books are a deep well in the sense that, like, they're all connected, and those connections don't become really like noticeable unless you know what you're looking for until
I like that.
Until many years into his authorship.
Mm-hmm.
But then you go back and look at the older books and it's like, oh, okay, I get it now. It's like that. And some of it is just planting seeds that I think he was just planting to see where they would go without a big, without any real plan as to how it would all play out over the long haul. But still, it's neat to see and experience someone who came at a writing career with basically, I'm going to put all of these books in a shared universe, one way or another, even though that's not obvious at the beginning.
Oh, I love stuff like that.
So yeah, and now in the current book, you've got characters coming from some of the older books, and the connection is never made explicit. It's just their descriptions are basically the same, and they do the same things, but they have different names.
Okay.
It's really kind of neat the way it's working. So.
All right, that's my wish list, so I'll make sure. All of Us Are Dead recently blew my mind in a good way. That show's a 10 out of 10.
What is it?
So it's a Korean show. Basically, it's a similar like zombie apocalypse breakout sort of thing. That starts in their city. And there's these students. Like, they primarily focus on them. They're in the school. They're trying to get through the school and survive and try to get out. And there's something about it that's it felt really refreshing. I mean, you can do zombie films all the time, but I think Korea does zombies really well. And it's just a fantastic show. It's just the way these characters interact with each other. Like, And they of course they make a few twists on zombies. Some people, some of them are zombies that maybe can have a little more control over themselves. It was just really good. 10 out of 10. Have you guys seen Red Dwarf? And did you know it returned and now has 12 seasons and 2 movies, sort of?
I didn't know it returned. I've seen some Red Dwarf, if just because I kept running into people making Red Dwarf jokes and wanted to know why those jokes were funny or if they weren't. And I found it was about half and half. I enjoyed it. It's real British.
I like that. So that's fine with me.
Yeah, I thought I did.
Oh, okay. Is Greatest American Hero off the table? I'm shocked we haven't gotten a reboot of that.
We did get toys from it.
Oh man. That's one of those that I tried to I went back and watched it, I don't know, 5 or 6, 7 years ago, and it was reminded how very 80s it is.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, more so even than like going back to watch A-Team or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's my point. Like, yeah, very, very 80s television. Extremely 80s.
Frankly, it's got more in common with like mid 70s television.
Yeah.
Than what we think of, I think, is 80s television, like Knight Rider or something like that.
I don't know when that came out.
It just where it doesn't take itself very seriously.
Yep.
Well,
you're spot on. I didn't realize it was this early. It was 1981. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Oh yeah, no wonder.
Shout out from Eubank, Kentucky. Hey.
Eubank.
Hello, fellow Kentuckian.
I will say I knew it had to be early 80s because one of my earliest memories is going with my mom to try to find a record with that song on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
A weird thing to have an early memory of, but the Greatest American Hero theme song.
Oh, News Story says, wasn't there a reboot pilot from a year or two ago that wasn't picked up?
Was there?
Time to look it up. iZombie, great zombie series, and currently visiting on Netflix. Absolutely love iZombie, but I'm a huge fan of anything Rob Thomas has made. Not Matchbox 20 Rob Thomas, so they did make that joke in season 2 of iZombie. But Veronica Mars also. I love. There's a type of dialogue that's used in those shows that really resonates with me personally. Very good. I heard the comic's not as good. The iZombie comic, but I haven't read it yet. It's like Train to Busan, the TV show, but not on a train. Talking about we're already dead, or all of us are dead.
Nice.
Train to Busan, also fantastic zombie film.
But on a train.
On a train.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Take that what you want. The thing I've been watching. So this is. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. What you got there?
Oh, I was just highlighting Michael's comment. We need a Dark Crystal Age of Resistance season 2. I didn't watch it, but I don't like Dark Crystal. Never worked with me. I think I just didn't hit that movie at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was definitely a hit or miss thing for most people of our age. There are some folks that will just go to town for it, but it never really struck a chord with me either. Andrew, what were you about to say?
I was going to say, so the thing, a couple of weeks ago, my wife and I finally finished wrapping up a rewatch of Star Trek Next Generation.
Nice.
For me, a rewatch. For her, mostly a new for that, and that was really good. That really held up nicely. So now we've started watching.
Wait, did you say Star Trek: The Next Generation, and it really held up nicely?
Yeah.
Huh.
It does.
I think so. Yeah.
I think there are I disagree a little bit. I think there are individual episodes that hold up really nicely.
All right, let's fight.
But trying to watch the whole series, because I tried to do it and I just I can't do it.
I did a few years back. I still felt good about it. But now you're gonna watch my favorite one, right?
Well, let's see. We're watching Deep Space Nine now. Yes. And well, hey, Tina.
Yep.
Hey.
Tina, she's like, Star Trek, I'm here.
What?
Yeah.
You guys talking about Star Trek?
Somebody
Yeah.
called. Yes, I was just talking about how we just finished watching a rewatch for me of Next Generation, and we just started watching Deep Space Nine. And
Okay.
here's something I'm not proud to admit, but like I never watched Deep Space Nine before.
Oh, I hope you love it. I'm sorry.
That's
no,
like
I'm overhyping
Maddie's
it.
favorite.
I'm overhyping it. It's
Yeah, no,
fine.
it's fine. So far, I'm really, really enjoying it. However, I will
Sarah
say
loved
this:
Dax yet, though?
I
You
will-
tell
I
me
will-
when Sarah loves Dax.
we are about 2/3 through season 1 right now.
Okay.
But I will say this: how come nobody warned me that the pilot episode is so freaking trippy?
Yeah.
In a good way. Like I feel like I need to watch that again sometime, perhaps with some cookies.
Oh, I saw a post the other day, and I
Yeah,
haven't gone back and
paraphernalia?
Right? Yeah.
I haven't gone back and looked, but somebody said the shuttles in Next Gen are state parks, and the shuttles in Deep Space Nine are rivers.
I'm gonna have to pay attention to that.
They're
now.
named after, and I was like, "That's a
Yeah.
really cool fact."
Yeah.
I was like,
I'll
I
have to
was
look at that.
like, what kind of like metaphor is this? What do you mean?
What are you talking about? Is this a Tinaism again?
Put that GIF with all the like graphs.
Yeah, just like,
Right.
or the TikTok meme right now. That's the like butterfly in the sky.
Yeah.
I can go twice as high.
You guys, I wish you guys were on TikTok. It's so funny because they have this thing where their faces are in space, but they're like in different. So 80s, their faces are different places. Like, and it's just they play the
My
reading rainbow thing. But they're just
favorite has to be like the wife with her husband in the background cheesing, and she's like, "I was going to do something serious, but my husband's in the back." It's this little head following her head, and he's just like.
I'll send you some later. It's hard to explain TikTok, so I just gotta send them.
Sounds like we're on crack.
Are you gonna watch Star Trek Picard, Andrew? I watched the first season. I haven't watched the new stuff yet.
Yep, same here. I
heard it's
watched,
good. I heard it's an improvement.
Yeah. I watched the first season. I really enjoyed it. The second season, I thought about so I don't have CBS already. Like, you know, my default plan is usually spring for it once all the episodes are out. But I'm having to scroll past Twitter posts all the time because I keep seeing spoilers everywhere, and it's really tempting me to just go ahead and jump on it now.
Mister?
Yeah.
James, what do you think of it? Are you watching it? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Tina, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm going to grab my cat because he's going to fall off the table. Okay, sorry. I had a bin sitting precariously on the table, and he was just getting in it like everything's fine. I'm like, you're going to fall off.
Yeah. Well, this is for me. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm doing good. I am on poop watch since my cat ate a foreign body. So yeah, that's fun.
Right? It was a screw.
Well, so honestly, we don't.
Elliot
know.
already made a pun about it, and I was like, you have to save that for when he's feeling better. Like, oh, that really screwed him up. I was like, you can't.
Well, it looks like a screw because it has the crosshatch in the X-ray, and the doctor was like, well, as long as it's not coated with certain things, because you can have metal toxicity with cats, he should be able to pass it and it should be fine. I was like, if it's a screw, are you serious? And she's like, oh yeah, we usually prefer that rather than doing surgeries.
Wow.
So it seems like he's gonna pass it.
Maddie,
well,
tell Elliot that joke is pretty twisted.
Ooh, that's good. I hope he's watching.
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted because I had a random domino action figure cascade that just happened for no apparent reason.
Oh,
ghosts.
Yeah, Joe.
Your Transformers react to puns?
Are they coming alive?
No, it was the Joes. It was actually the Cobras.
Oh.
But
typical.
Yeah,
right.
Nothing.
Typical.
You know, when you start renovating houses, those ghosts, man.
Yep.
Okay. I don't appreciate that comment. Don't want the ghosts.
Well, Tina, when you haven't been worrying about cats and stuff lately, what media or things have you been consuming? What have you been up to?
My boring life is just watching a bunch of Inked on YouTube.
I love
literally. I love it so much, and I'm like, maybe I should get a tattoo. I have not a single one on my body, but then I was like, maybe I should. But me being me, I'm like, there's not a single tattoo that I would be like, I feel great looking at this thing for the next like 30, 40 years.
Yeah, that's why you get them where you don't see them.
Yeah. No, I'm not into the tramp stamp. Like I was like, oh, watch the episode where they're like, what's the like worst area to get on your body? Like, and I was like, really? But there's some girls that are like, yeah, I got to cross this and everything's fine. And the guys are like, what? You
That's
have no
because
pain
girls
tolerance.
have crazy pain tolerance. For whatever reason.
I definitely get something nerdy. That's a good question. Like, if you had one tattoo that you would get, what would it be? Like, what nerdy medium would you get? Oh, Dan.
Dan was ready.
As Dan like rolls up his sleeve.
I was going to say, which one are you going to show, Dan? That's the question. I'm in the boat with Tina. Like, I don't have any, and
let's see. How do
I
don't
know what I would possibly get.
I'm gonna highlight you.
Nick Roche.
Yeah, what is
print.
this?
Okay.
And it's reflecting all the crap on my desk. But here we go.
That's so cool.
That falling banner is what I will get at some point.
Yeah. I love that.
That's cool. I was thinking you were going to do the whole piece, like it was going to be like, yeah, I want a big old back piece.
Yeah, I've been going back and forth because it's really hard for me to make a decision. One, because you all know that I tend to hyperfixate on things, so I have to. If I'm going to do it, it has to be something that's going to stay. And I have a few of those things now, and now it's about choosing aesthetic for me. So, like, do I want to do color tattoos? Because if so, I know who I want to go to. There's a tattooist in Florida that does really beautiful artwork and has more of a watercolor addition to his like hard lines.
Well,
he does really good animated drawings.
They say the watercolors, like everybody on Inked was like, watercolors, they do not look good after 10 years.
Well, and I wouldn't be a person who would get it and then not do anything to it. Because I've had some siblings that have got a lot of tattoos and they have aged. I would get it retouched.
Can we talk about my sister's home tats? Because, oh my gosh.
Not on live air. But yeah, I don't know if I would do that or if I want to do. There's a tattoo artist in like California that does more Japanese style, that does more like Japanese geometric patterns. So do I want to do like black and white, that sort of thing. So once I decide, because I think I have to do one or the other. Or do I want to be a typical queer woman of my age and just have leaves and branches on me?
Maddie, I think maybe you need to take an approach more similar to mine, which is you need to take a business trip and then just get bored. And then go find the nearest tattoo place.
Okay.
Is that what happened?
Yes.
Was that your first one?
That was the second one.
Second one, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I already make impulsive decisions. So I have to be extra careful in this because the rest of my life is fueled with impulsivity. Diagnosed impulsivity. But I would probably get if it was like a color tattoo, it'd be like all my favorite like female characters that have meant a lot to me. Probably. So I'd have to put Wonder Woman on there somewhere, but like it'd be a more of an artistic approach to that.
Yeah.
Hello, Cat.
When I was doing the half marathons regularly, I kept intending to get some sort of tattoo that you could just keep adding like stars or some sort of, that basically, that would almost be like the stars from the American flag where you just keep adding them as you go. But then I quit running. So that hasn't really come to pass.
Good decision. The quitting running.
No, that's a bad decision. Andrew keeps trying to get me to run with him, and every time he asks me, I'm like, I should do it, and then I don't.
I hate running. If anybody wants to lift weights, I'm down for that. But running,
I could get back to that.
I'm allergic to physical exercise.
Let's lift weight together. Let's get into weightlifting.
Yes. I could do that. It's been a long time since I've done that.
For the record, next time we do this, and you guys and you guys have cats with you, you should arrange ahead of time for like Maddie, you to put a cat down and a cat drops from Tina's ceiling.
Oh, I'm like,
that'd be good. Next time.
That would be pretty good.
Just reminding yourself, the first 2 episodes of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy used the costumes and weapons. Really? Man, I love Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. The theme song, so good. So good. I would sing it now, but I'm not drinking any alcohol right now, so I won't
you have
be
to drink
singing
to sing?
Sometimes, yeah.
I've been enjoying this.
I'm on my pre-wedding
Yeah.
fitness diet plan. It's going great.
I've been enjoying this very, very chocolatey stout, which is like chocolate pie for the most part.
Huh.
But it's like a meal in a can. I feel like I just ate dinner.
That sounds so good right now.
It's good.
Also, pizza sounds great.
Pizza does sound good.
There's some good pizza around the corner from me. Just saying, come visit.
After next weekend.
Yes.
I noticed the cat walked away after your plans were revealed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Typical.
Well,
Robin.
all right, guys.
Well,
I'm gonna involve here.
Oh yeah, it's about time. Yeah. I guess we can go ahead and call it. But you can go ahead, Dan.
Well, I will see you guys later. Maddie, if I don't talk to you before the wedding, have a good time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And see you guys soon.
All right.
Yep.
See you.
Bye, Dan.
See you, Dan.
Well, we can call it sooner, hang out, or whatever. I don't know.
Let me hold
Sorry,
on.
my ADHD kicked in really hardcore, so I was just sort of.
No, you're
words.
Absolutely fine.
It's where I'm thinking too fast. My mouth can't keep up with it.
It happens. It happens. This goes, like I said, this goes back to the whole like we've all been busy and just have a lot of things on our minds right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Especially you. You have the ultimate excuse. You have a freaking wedding coming up.
Yeah, and then I still have to do other live shows.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing. I have fun. But
Right.
planning them takes so much time.
Yeah.
And then if you have a live show that night, you literally can't do other stuff. Not really. This is fine because it's 9, so I have enough time in between, but usually I don't. And when I'm not doing that, I'm pole dancing. Not for money, guys. It's a fitness class.
You're paying somebody else.
Imagine how much. Yeah, I'm paying somebody else.
Right.
I think it's supposed to go the other way.
Yeah, I know.
At least that's my experience. Like when I pole dance, I get paid.
You're much better at it than me. You make so many dollar bills.
So many.
It's all the camera equipment.
It's all coins though, for some reason, and those kind of hurt. Yeah. But still, it's money.
It's all tokens.
It's all tokens.
You do it in an arcade. No one asked you to be there.
I get to play so much skee ball after that. It's great.
They don't even use tokens anymore. It's all the cards now.
Yeah.
It's like, do you have a card reader?
It's one of those dingy arcades.
The sticky arcades?
Yeah.
No.
2 hours of pole dancing, and I came back with this little plastic spider that I got from the reward stand with all my tokens.
You only had to spend like $600 for it too.
Worth it. Yeah, exactly. Totally.
Now when I go to an arcade, Tina, make that happen next month.
We should. I mean, come on.
Andrew, you in?
I'm in. I'm always in for an arcade, as long as there's pinball.
There is at round 1.
Because I'll sit there and play pinball all night. Like you guys won't see me the rest of the night.
I just want to play DDR. We'll live stream. No.
Play pinball. What is
I
round
see
1?
people do.
Let's play DDR. Like, let's go.
Watch me fail. I'm a white girl.
It'd be fun.
Favorite shoujo mangas? Sailor Moon and Mars is like my favorite, but that's a lot of nostalgia reasons. But also like Kimi wa Petto, which is also known as Tramps Like Us. Nana. I would say Utena, but the manga is not as good.
The manga's actually a little weird.
Because the mangaka, it came out after the show did, and they were like, no gay people. It wasn't gay. Which is the whole point of Utena. Tina, what's yours?
I'm trying to think what my favorite. Like, I like a lot of the like they got discontinued or they were just off the wall. Like Queen's Night got discontinued. Was it like Country of Men? That was a manhwa. It got discontinued.
Well, and that stuff's not accessible now, which really sucks. Because like Shonen Jump, which I pay for every month, I have all that access to all that manga.
Right. They really need a shoujo version.
Yes, none of these publishers have gotten together to be like, here's this, which would pay off tremendously. Because instead, you're losing those readers, and they're all going to Webtoon. Not that I would stop going to Webtoon, but like, imagine.
If I think that's why Lore
books, I would just sit there all day and be like, more romance, because it's just comfy. You know?
Have you checked out Viz?
They don't have. Well, they don't have a shoujo subscription.
No, it's not dedicated shoujo, but I think they've got subtitles on it.
Well, that's where the Shonen Jump is part of, because Shonen Jump is Viz.
Yeah.
So that monthly subscription is to that. But yeah. 1 second.
Tina, have you been reading anything lately?
Actually, surprisingly, yes. But I'm almost embarrassed. Like, I went back and I started reading stuff that I read in high school. Laurel K. Hamilton's like Guilty Pleasures. So yeah. Going back and reading like pretty much smut.
That's the best.
Yeah.
That's the real chicken soup. You know, they say chicken soup for the soul. They're wrong.
It's Guilty Pleasures. Well, the later books get weird. Like for me, like the author like was going through a divorce, and one of her characters she based off of her husband at the time, and then she was like, I hate this character, and like the character did like this weird flip, and then she starts doing things that I'm just like, this doesn't seem like this character. This is really odd. And the later books I do not like.
Just found some old Pikachu comics Viz put out in the late 90s while going through some boxes. I bet those are good. Warren's is Our High School Host Club. That's a classic.
That is.
Absolutely. Well, Andrew, what do you think? Do we keep going? Close it early? How are you feeling?
I could keep going for a while.
I'm good. I'm just brain dead. I'm like.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, yeah, so don't let me make the decision because I have the day off tomorrow.
Ooh.
So you know,
Lucky.
We don't have a doctor in the clinic, so I'm pretty okay.
Nice.
Well, I don't have anything else to talk about now, though. Sorry.
You're like, I've lost everything.
Let's just all draw for 5 minutes, and people can watch us draw for 5 minutes. No, let's not do that.
That might be interesting if we could share screens, like take MS Paint and share a screen, but
it's just me drawing another Totoro or like a butt.
With a butt?
No, it's separate drawings, Tina.
Oh, okay. No, combine.
No, I would never do that to Totoro.
Totoro with a butt, like those butt cheeks.
No.
He's like,
no, it's not allowed.
I will absolutely do this.
Do not do that.
I will absolutely do this.
Hi, Genki des.
What does that say?
How are you?
How are you?
Oh, nice. Okay.
Genki des, Scott.
Hey, hi. I have a question. Okay, this is kind of a generic live question, but I really want to know. Where is everybody from? Put it in the comments. I saw a couple of people, like we got a shout out from Eubank, Kentucky. I think we got a shout out early on from Scotland.
Where's Eubank?
Eubank, I want to say it's like south central Kentucky, maybe.
Was the Scotland Hayden? It's the only Scottish person I know here.
Scotland was Super Laugh Hard, I believe.
Massachusetts.
Hayden might have also been there. I noticed Hayden said it was 2 a.m. there.
Oh,
Totoro
man.
got cake. Hayden, not you too. Be honest, which Transformers figure have you all snuck away from Dan's collection that he hasn't discovered yet? We'd never do it to Dan. We would do it to Omar.
Absolutely.
Sure, we haven't done that to Dan. Yeah, we totally would do that to Omar.
Although
we gotta wait.
We gotta wait till it's all put together.
Yeah, we gotta wait. He's completely dismantled his basement and moved. So
we
now
always
we gotta wait.
joke that we would take one figure from like the area it's supposed to be and just move it to another one, and just do that quietly every time we saw him, and just see if he ever noticed.
I used to put them into precarious poses when he wasn't looking, and then just wait for him to find that.
Well, when we first started NMC, like, we would kind of mess with stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then I remember that one post where we had like stuck gum and people went off.
What?
Gum on one of Omar's Transformers.
Oh my god.
Because he had done it to one of Dan's as a kid or something like that. And so Dan was like, finally getting you, back.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody went off on it because they're like, how dare you stick gum on that? And we're all like we took it off. It's okay. It's perfectly still mint.
Lionhearts from Boston. I love it. Oh, look at that.
What do we got here? Wow, we got a lot here. Massachusetts,
South Dakota,
Mexico, Chicago,
Indiana,
Wisconsin,
Milwaukee, Chicago. Oh, I used to live in Naperville, nearby. Got Mexico.
Chicago.
I wish I could say I'm from somewhere cool, but from Scotland. Scotland's cool to us, Hayden. Scotland's cool.
Scotland's
really cool.
In America, if I'm from somewhere else, it's like way cooler, especially from Kentucky.
Yeah.
If you're from anyone else, it's like, wow.
Yeah, like yeah.
You're of the world.
I've been told...
when we go someplace, it's always like KFC.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
You have the KFC. Yeah, I know. I keep wanting to. I keep waiting to say like, yeah, we got bourbon, horse racing, and they're like, no, KFC.
KFC.
Tell me about
do
the
you
KFC.
Ever, when you go to other places, do you ever lay on your accent really thick on purpose? Because we would always, we'd go to places and we'd be like, just to be obnoxious, look at all these lights. We're in the big city now.
Okay, so
this is my
I try to divorce myself from any accent when I go someplace. The only time you will hear me get that southern drawl is when I'm mad or I'm around my mom's family. Like Heather's even like, "What's coming out of your mouth?" Because I'm like, down that holler, go get me that wash rag.
Yeah, they called me Southern Comfort in college because if I would drink, that's when it would show up. Because once I lived in Naperville, it didn't really. I like lost what accent I had.
Oh, you don't like if you're mad or really impassionate, it tends to come out.
Well, now because I'm back here.
Because you're back.
I tend to, I tend to like I don't even do it on purpose, but I tend to mimic wherever I am, which like sometimes is a little weird, right? Because then it's like, okay, you clearly don't have that accent. Why are you trying to sound like you are from South America?
That's also an ADHD thing.
Yeah, well, maybe, who knows? But there have been a couple of times where I have purposely, mostly to embarrass the people I'm with, leaned way too hard into the Kentucky accent. Yeah. And it worked. I am proud to say it. Boy, did it work.
It can be very disarming for people, I think.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
But in a good way, like an easy way. Like if you want people to really feel comfortable with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I do this genuinely too. Putting on this southern accent that does help.
Mm-hmm.
It does, yeah.
It really does. It kind of settles them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of weird, but they really do. If I have like grumpy older like patients, like I just sort of slip into my, you just fill out these forms, hon. You know, you're good.
Ain't that the truth though? Yeah.
But
when I say bless your heart, I mean it genuinely. But I know it doesn't come across. People would think if I do like, oh bless, they think I'm like being sarcastic, but I really am.
You're saying that thing.
I like it. I think it's a cute phrase. Personally.
Well, just bless her heart.
Lean into it.
Couple questions. One for Tina. Tina, have you ever done a Princess Mononoke cosplay?
That had been in the works, but not like you might think. I wasn't gonna do like Mononoke. Like I was going to do one of the lepers because my wife was going to be. Oh, what's her name? Lady Eboshi.
Yeah.
Yep. So my wife was going to be Lady Eboshi, and we were going to make like the spirit's head, and I was going to like bring it around or carry it in a box.
Can you please still do that anyways? Because we have our mutual friend Ryan who's afraid of that deer from Princess Mononoke. Yeah.
I always tell the story of like Heather and I watching it in theaters when it came out, and like he turns his head and he has this dopey grin, and Heather just like bursts, like everybody's serious. They're like, "Oh, this is great," and Heather bursts out laughing because of that dopey grin, and she's like, and people like gave her rude looks. They were like,
"Man, I would love to cosplay Princess Mononoke."
You should
do it.
All right, Andrew, you can be Ashitaka. Have
Cool.
you seen Princess Mononoke?
No, I still haven't seen that one.
Oh, we've got to. Well, it's what? It's gonna be in theaters first week of
really?
April. We should all go see it. It is fantastic.
No, hold on.
It's got environmentalism.
I did actually. I take it back. I'm sorry. I did see that. We saw that. I finally saw that last summer, I think.
Okay.
My wife had seen it a million times, but
so good.
It's hard to keep track of all those.
Andrew, what's your hobbies and likes?
Well, I enjoy long live streams on the beach and
your background. You switch your background.
A cerebral conversation about Star Trek. No, I guess Star Trek is one of my hobbies. I don't know. God, I have like so many. I feel so left out right now, by the way, because I don't have any of my fur babies with me.
This is the guy that
hey, there's my fur baby.
You can call me fur baby anytime.
Omar's my fur baby.
What's up,
hey,
everybody?
Omar.
Sorry to join so late. I was just wrapping up editing for my videos tomorrow. So
you're never busy, are you?
I have to put my little one to bed. So
nice. I'm going to finish this question and then I want to talk to Omar. So, my biggest hobby, honestly, my biggest hobbies right now, because I get distracted by so many different hobbies. I love learning new stuff. It's video. It's making videos, which it pains me that I just haven't had a lot of time to do that right now. Making music. I also like to play music and record music. I haven't got to do that in a while either. We were doing some stuff right before the pandemic hit. I was actually kind of getting going. I had a little Irish band that I was getting going with some friends. So my wife does Irish dance. That's her like biggest hobby, I would say, probably. Yeah. And I've made some friends through that group, some really close friends, and several of us started playing music together because we all kind of dabbled in stuff and we wanted to jam. And we're like, well, what can we do? Let's try some traditional Irish folk tunes and some kind of different kind of music that revolves around that general realm. That's a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing that stuff. I've got some others. I'm sure I'll think of them later. Omar, what's up, man? How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing good, man. I'm not sure how my video's coming through, but I've got it hooked up to my.
You look good.
Yeah.
You look way better than I do.
Well, okay, let's be clear about that. The video looks good.
Nope. She can't take it back. It's too late, Andrew. She can't take it back. I heard what she said. Yeah, so I've been fighting with the internet service. We have to do our shows upstairs, but I think everything is okay now. So now I can start doing my live streams again with my babies behind me. So.
I love your new Calyx shelves. They're nice. I like the color.
Oh, thank you.
I think it makes you pop more.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. So I've had these. Actually, we bought them last year, but I've been trying to find some more, and it's like they may have to go to Columbus because they will not deliver, and it's like everything else in the world. Everything is out of stock and back ordered. So I may have to end up driving to Columbus, which would be a fun trip. Still haven't decided how many more I'm going to get, though. But it's been a lot of fun staging the basement again.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing. And I surprised my wife today. I put together all her stuff for her office.
Aww.
So I tried. I got a little frustrated with one of the cabinets. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't handle that stuff well.
James wants to know how drunk you're going to be for my wedding.
As drunk as Maddie will let me.
And then
yeah, this actually, James is right. This is my first live from the basement.
Ah.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't done a live episode down here. This is my very first one. And if it's working okay, then I'll be doing it again tomorrow. Yeah. I'm actually running. All I had was Cat 5, so I had to order some Cat 6 cables. So if it's looking okay, that's good. It'll look even better come Saturday, I hope, when I get it. But,
Andrew's got that extra St. Patty's green going on. Looks like Tina's got some green on too.
I do.
Again, didn't leave my house, so I didn't think about it.
You didn't leave your house?
Thank you.
No. I worked from home today, so
green on his beer, I guess.
which means I worked from home. I sent one email.
There's nothing on that like
On
shirt
the
design that's
toast.
green.
On the toast
Yeah, you
there.
guys, there's surely green
the
on there.
orc.
There you
See,
go.
there you go. There you
That's
go.
on
That
there.
counts.
All right, you're safe.
That's about it.
This is actually a Peruvian beer I'm drinking.
Ooh, what is it?
Pilsen Callao. Callao's actually where my dad was born.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
That's really cool.
So I am not catching up on Dread. I still have my Dreads boxed up somewhere, Sledge. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. Somebody's talking about Shenmue.
I was waiting for Elliot to burst in. Do you guys like and have you played the Shenmue games? So I never played them, but I watched Elliot, my husband, play them. And so I don't have like a huge working knowledge, but the most enjoyment I've gotten from them is him quoting like the silly lines that he says over and over again because it's the dialogue's kind of funky. And I really like that. I also really appreciate because in the second one they go to Guilin, which I used to live in China. So and I was like, oh my god, look, it's a place that I lived. But I'm definitely gonna watch the anime when it comes out because how could I not? But we have all the games.
That's the first game I remember collecting gashapon. I didn't even know
Yeah,
what
because it
gashapon
keeps
were.
getting.
Yeah, and I don't care. I don't even remember what. I think my girlfriend got kidnapped, but I was busy collecting toys.
Yeah.
So that was the way I played it.
Well, his dialogue's so great because the guy. You guys should watch plays of it or something because the way he like goes up to people, he's just like.
That game was crazy at the time it came out. When was it?
He's just so deadpan.
98?
I'm looking for whoever. Man, where's Elliot to quote this? Man, he's way funnier than me. Anyways, one of these
Every
days.
time someone calls it Patty and not Patty, an Irish person dies inside.
Yep. That's right. I learned that a while ago. It's either St. Patrick or St. Paddy with a D.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
You do not say Patty with a T.
Listen, they didn't teach me that in Catholic Church, so.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
I'm looking
Krabby
for
Patty.
sailors. Looking for the
Is that what you were supposed to be doing? I don't remember. I remember
There's also like a competition where you drive like a forklift or something.
Yeah. A lot of people call it the forklift emulator.
Now that sounds like fun.
It reminds me of like it has the same feeling as
No.
Oh man, nope,
They have
it's
a
gone.
mowing grass simulator, a car like the
the power wash simulator.
The power wash that got popular because Markiplier was playing it all the time.
I'm never gonna play any of those.
Guys, we play video games to forget about the real world, not to do things that we can do in the real world.
Wait. What's the game where you go and you like buy like gachapon?
Shenmue?
Shenmue.
Yes. What we're just talking about.
Yeah,
Maddie,
exactly.
any new board games you recommend? Not any like anything.
You don't really like board games, do you, Maddie? Yeah. No, definitely not.
Board games. There hasn't been anything new that like really jumps out at me. We have been playing a lot of time stories.
Yes.
When we can, and that's been fun because like you can bring you only like 4 players, and you have to have at least 4 players because it's impossible. But I've really enjoyed doing like kind of a mystery.
There was that one that was so hard, but it was really nice.
So
like
hard.
going to a cabin, take your friends, and just bring a lot of board games and just play some board games.
That sounds wonderful.
All I want. I'm gonna bring board games to the wedding too, and do that after because honestly, what else is it for?
You know what? Here's the thing. It's your day. You can do whatever the hell you want to. If you want to play board games,
people do what you want to do.
Exactly.
One day.
Because you get that one day. It's not Elliot's day. That's the other thing to keep in mind. It's your day.
I want us to eat all the delicious catered food, and then afterwards, I want us to drink more and order pizza. That's us. We hang out in a room, order pizza.
Sure.
You're like, after this week, it's pizza. It's pizza time.
I want to eat. Matt, if you want a cool fantasy board game, I recommend Talisman. I haven't played regular Talisman, but I played Kingdom Hearts Talisman, which I really, really liked a lot. I do want to buy that. Full disclosure, I was referring to junior mint patties that have received sainthood.
Aha. There we go.
Interesting. Oh, that's my buddy. Super laugh hard.
Same backgammon. I don't think I've ever even played backgammon.
No.
I played that a lot when I was a kid.
I always thought it was like a game for old people.
That's what I was going to say. I don't think any kid played backgammon either.
Yeah, I did. I was an old person when I was a kid.
Who did
really
you play
was.
with? Your dad?
He's like, bring me my prune juice. I gotta play my backgammon.
Nobody would ever even play with me.
Everybody played dodgeball. It was like, guys, I gotta go to my backgammon meeting.
I gotta go to my backgammon game.
I gotta go to my mama's house. She's playing bunco. Do you ever have any relatives play bunco? I still don't even know what.
I have coworkers, like older coworker ladies that played bunco, and like they look forward to it. And I remember one time, this one lady that was in her 30s, she's like, I can't wait to get old and play bunco with my girlfriends. And I was like, that's what we aspire. That's
I don't even know what it is.
I don't even know.
I just thought that they got together to get like a bunch of male strippers, and that's what they buncoed. That's what I thought bunco was.
I used to play a lot of Yahtzee, and then when my mom had her stroke, to try to like engage her mental, like do counting and stuff, I'd play Farkle with her.
Oh yeah,
Farkle.
So yeah.
What's Farkle?
I don't remember Farkle.
It's like, I don't even remember now. It's been a couple years, but basically it's a dice game, and then you add up, and you want to get like certain numbers or whatever. It's kind of like a Yahtzee thing. So I would try to engage, like, you know, like when you do kids and you're trying to make it fun, like learning's fun. I'm like, let's try to rework the pathways of your brain by doing some math stuff, but making it fun.
Mm-hmm.
And she loved it.
Everybody.
Oh, I do need to play the newest X-Men board game. I heard from Joey Guzman's good.
I'm not even going to talk about it.
Uh-oh.
They canceled my pre-order.
You're kidding me.
Because I moved and I didn't get to them in time. I had already paid for the freaking, like, Maddie, I went crazy. I got the whole thing, the whole shebang. I had paid for it last year, and because she's so upset. She's like,
wow,
I'm out.
Wow.
She's like, wait, let me go pre-order for you.
That's so mad. I was for you.
That's how mad you were. Yeah. I was mad. I'm like, wait, you're saying? I was like, I've already paid for this, and they were like, yes. But because you didn't, I think it was something about shipping. I don't know. I missed the deadline by like a week. I'm like, you guys don't make extra?
That's ridiculous.
And they were like, no, we don't make extras.
Did you go? Did you call him like, do you know who I am?
No, I'm not going to do that. Because here's the thing, though. Like, that Kickstarter went well over $1 million. There's no way they're going to be like, hey, guys, stop what we're doing. The Uncanny Omar's on. He's really upset with us. It's fine. I was a little upset at first, and now it's like, well, I guess that's. Oh, here's the kicker, dude. I don't even get my money back. It's 17%. Like, they take 17% for restocking fees. And I said, and this one I got smart because you all know me. I said, but you just said that you don't make any extras. So what are you restocking?
Right?
Like, if anyone, I know that if I have a problem with customer service at all, and I'm too shy to deal with it, I know I can call you. I'd be like, all right, Omar's going to take care of this.
Man, I was livid. So I let it go, and I was like, I'm going to go work on my basement. This is not getting anywhere. Like I said, I mean, they made their own money. What's up, Joe? And I blame Joe. Joe's the one that pointed me to it and tagged me on all his Facebook posts about it. Hey, Sarah. And hey, Joe. Thank you, brother. And yeah, man, they canceled my order, Joe. I had paid for it. Like, I gave them money.
That sucks.
And now they're keeping 17% of my money.
That sucks.
Because I missed some deadline by a week.
Hey, quick introduction. This is my wife, Sarah. And our dog, Cosmo.
Toodle.
Hey.
We love you. Friends, it's been so long. I love you all.
I love you,
Maddie, I finally read some of those graphic novels you gave me. Oh, they're so good.
You have to message me or call me later so we can talk. Well, not later tonight, but like.
Okay, tomorrow we shall chat. I'm so excited. Oh, so good. So queer. So happy. I had a lot of feelings and it was great. And then I had dreams about mermaids and it was awesome.
Yes.
I'm going to go get ice cream now. You will have fun doing stuff.
I want ice cream.
I want ice cream.
Am I so something different about this episode of The View?
Who's on The View? Did anybody watch The View?
I did.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Joy
Are they
Behar.
Are they still all on The View?
Well, Whoopi had like a ban for like a couple episodes.
She said something anti-Semitic, and so she's kind of on like a.
Oh my goodness. You know, she's the only star that I wrote to and got a headshot signed when I was a kid.
Really? Hey,
Yeah.
Star Trek?
Nice. Yeah, it was
Star Trek or
Yep.
Jack Flash.
That's
nice.
It was Jack Flash actually.
Oh. Wow.
What?
That's how old it was. Yeah.
Damn.
Stop it.
Oh, we've all played Catan, I'm sure.
Yeah, we like Catan.
I've never.
You haven't played Catan?
Mm-mm.
You have so many board games. That's like base.
That's like the classic.
If you're like, I play board games, it's like Catan's the base.
Yeah, I haven't. Well, you have to remember that my wife thinks certain board games are just boring.
I mean, that's fair.
And Catan would rank high up on her list of boring board games.
It takes a long time to set up.
Because it's a long setup. She was like, if it doesn't have action, it doesn't have action now. She's not in.
Yo, man, the last game we all played, where I played with anybody, was with Tina and her wife and my kids, and it was Pandemic. And then a week later, we had a freaking pandemic, which was nuts.
Did you all win the game? Clearly not.
No, we did not win the game.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, and the funny thing, like, his kids were like, "What's a pandemic?" It's like, just wait 2 weeks and you'll know.
Ask me again in 2 weeks. Yeah, man, I've still never won that game. I've only played it like 2-3 times, but
I've won it once.
It is fun. It is fun. Come really close.
I let a 500 UPS ask when they messed up my birthday order for my ST. I called UPS corporate office in Atlanta to fix things. I got help real quick.
Good job, man. I'm really proud of you. Lionheart, do you play anything besides? You play board games too? I know he plays video games.
I'm still playing Pandemic.
Aren't we all?
We all are. And we're
I found the best view of the View were the 90s SNL sketches.
Mm-hmm.
I know McCain's daughter was in there for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not that I watched The View.
Really? You knew that, Omar, and I didn't know that, and I've seen The View.
Oh, okay. I don't either. I just edit.
Next, he's going to be talking about his favorite episode as the world turns.
Oh my God.
I never watched soap operas. Like,
no, a telenovela. Yeah, that's right.
What? Did you say Telemundo? I get strangled.
I never watched any soap operas. Like my parents weren't into any of that, so.
My mom was into some in Peru, so I had to watch some of those. And then we try to watch some in America, like with Days of Our Lives with Patch, get an eye patch. Do you really play chess, Lionheart? Or you messing with me?
Who knows?
I'll find out. That's a game.
All right, I work tomorrow, so I will have to jump off.
Hey, we all work here, okay? That's no excuse. I just got here.
I think Omar's insecurities are coming out here. He's like, hey,
you gotta round it up, Maddie. You gotta go to 10:45 and call it a night. 10:45 and call it a night.
It's already 10:30 here.
What? And I'm hungry.
Go eat.
Oh, you haven't eaten? Go eat then.
Go eat.
I mean, I had dinner, but I'm hungry again.
Second dinner.
Oh. Yeah, go eat.
I'll have my wife bring you some ice cream. It's all good.
I can't have any.
Greg Murdoch assumes I watch Kentucky. What did they play?
No,
but if you
just anybody in the stream watch.
But guys, next Sunday, if you all want to go, next Sunday when I get back from the wedding, if y'all want to go eat a bunch of food together, I'm down.
Sure.
Gorge. I like it.
I am ready for some Korean barbecue.
Ooh.
Yes. Or that new Chinese, it's like I think maybe it's Hong Kong style fried chicken in town. I heard it's very good.
Mm.
That's what my Chinese friends are telling me. So.
There's Korean barbecue around the
dim
corner
sum.
from my house.
Cracker Barrel here. I don't know if y'all have heard of that.
Oh God, I'd love to have some Cracker Barrel right now. I know you made this joke, but I could really go for some.
That's my wife's favorite place, Cracker Barrel.
Dude, forget Cracker Barrel. If you want that, man, let's go to Waffle House.
Oh boy, here we go.
Come on, Maddie. You know you want Waffle House.
No, I do not.
They closed the one here in town.
I've been so healthy lately. I don't think my body could take.
Dude, then that's how we destroy that. We wreck that body by going to Waffle House.
You want some foreign bodies? Let me tell you.
And then
much less if I'm going to risk.
No. Here's the thing. You use it medicinally. Like I use Taco Bell. Like you stopped up, go to Taco Bell.
Let me tell you about Cracker Barrel.
Oh, I hate
if you
him.
come, not if, when you come to the States to visit, you must go to Cracker Barrel, because if you want to know what Southern food done, you go to a Cracker Barrel, okay? And there's a gift shop before you even get into the restaurant, and it's wonderful.
I love that you're selling people on Cracker Barrel.
And when you go inside, you can play checkers at your table, and you can get all sorts of biscuits,
Cornbread.
and cornbread,
but not the kind of biscuits Hayden's used to.
and
Yeah, the
sweet tea.
crackers.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if scones were good. This biscuit.
Scones are good. I like
Yeah,
scones.
I meant like
All right.
juicy.
Oh, you meant like crumbly.
And we get you some mashed potatoes.
Some fried catfish. And some fried okra. Everything's fried.
Everything's
Yeah.
fried.
Everything's fried. It's quite delicious. Like
Oh
I
man,
really
fried
like
green
Cracker
beans.
Barrel.
It's so
Fried
good.
Oreos. That's what we need.
Oh yeah, fried Oreos. So good.
Not to be confused with Cracker Barrel cheese. They do make the cheese though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's which they never have at the.
Adam says maybe the whitest white people restaurant ever. Yeah.
It is.
And you can't go on a Sunday because it's gonna be a 2-hour wait.
Yeah, don't go on a Sunday.
That's
Do
why you
not
go to
go on
Waffle House, man.
Right now.
Why are you getting paid for Waffle House?
Omar's
so
just like, hey, what you guys doing right now? Can you guys meet me at Waffle House in 30 minutes?
Omar's always pushing for Waffle
I could
House.
put down some Waffle
Ooh,
House currently right now.
And I'm always up for it.
Yeah.
What if next Saturday, after the wedding, wear my wedding dress to the Waffle House?
That's
what you
should
do,
cater
yeah.
the wedding is Waffle House.
Yes,
man.
if you want to have a good wedding, you end it at Waffle House.
That's where we always used to end our raves at when I was in like high school and college.
That's when you used to
Listen, if
sober
Hayden
up.
comes to visit, I'll take them to my hometown, which I will not say here live on air, for the best barbecue.
Some of the best.
Oh
barbecue
yeah,
I can
absolutely.
treat
But
for
see,
me.
then there's like West and East barbecue. There's two ways of doing it. I think I prefer your
South.
hometown,
I like my hometown, and we eat
which is actually the way that Tennessee makes it too.
Yeah.
What's Starfield? JT's asking. What's up? JT's a fellow Kentuckian too.
GG. I said I
what-
was gonna go.
What is Starfield? No, you're not gonna go. I said 10:45. Round it up. I'll go. I'll leave.
You
when
got a
leave.
few more minutes. Hang in there.
What is Starfield? Maddie, Tina.
I don't know.
Video game.
Is it it's not a
I
comic.
don't know.
I don't
know.
know. I somehow spent my first 15 years in the Midwest and somehow never went to
Wow.
Waffle. You didn't miss much. It is a video game.
Waffle
okay?
It's
House
basically
should
like a
cater your
huddle
wedding.
house. If you've been to a huddle house, it's similar.
No.
Huddle Omar's like,
A
don't
Huddle House is an
disrespect.
upscale Waffle House, okay?
No
Well, I mean,
disrespect.
And then the next step from that is Shoney's. I don't know if you all still have Shoney's.
No.
I loved Shoney's.
My brother found one in southern Indiana.
They're still
and then
around.
below it all is Denny's.
Hey now.
Denny's is still
Excuse
above.
me?
Give me
Denny's
that heart attack skillet any day.
No. Oh
At
my
Denny's, you
goodness.
can order a Moons Over My Hammy, Tina.
No.
That's a 10 out of 10 establishment. When The Hobbit came out, you get a Hobbit breakfast at Denny's. Tina.
The last
Nobody
time I
does
went
that,
when it
kid.
was good was when they had the Jetsons movie promo.
Man.
Oh my
No,
god.
listen, I've been into Denny's in cosplay a lot of times, and it's been a wonderful experience.
Well,
every
I will
time.
say I had an excellent food service at the Denny's in Japan.
But listen,
Oh.
you're not going to throw this shade
Oh.
on Denny's. in my
I will
house.
throw some shade because
have
it
to fight.
made
Moons Over
so
My
many
Hammy,
people sick.
Tina, is a menu item at Denny's
It's still
that
better.
you can order, and you get to say those words out loud.
I really do think Waffle House is at the bottom, guys. I don't think I've been to a lot of restaurants, and
No.
there's a reason why restaurants close at a certain time so people can clean.
Mhm.
Waffle House is open 24/7. Need I remind you of that?
Never been to a restaurant with the word waffle or pancakes in it. Wow.
Oh, new food channel.
the International House
You
of
need to
Pancakes
come
is
here.
amazing.
We're gonna get really drunk, and then we'll sober up at the Waffle
Hayden,
House.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what those two words are.
My brain might.
Earn
what that
burr.
Oh, we would never talk smack on Cracker Barrel, please.
No.
That's a sacred, holy place.
No, that's a classy place.
That's high-end white people restaurant.
No, high-end white people restaurant be like breakfast would be like First Watch.
Oh gosh, that's
Elliot won't let me go because no.
First Watch is a franchise. You need like a hometown thing to be
right?
Here in town it would be Callie's.
Sure. Yes. No. Callie's is like a step up from like Waffle House.
Oh, Scottish soda.
Scottish soda.
Okay. Then you have to try our soda. We have our own soda. We're cultured.
L8.
Ginger ale.
Oh, L8.
It's a late one.
A late one.
Yeah, they can't spell, man.
No,
it's Kentucky.
It's our second national drink after whiskey. Yeah, see here we have bourbon and we have L8.
We have bourbon and L8.
Pretty much the same.
And then we have beer cheese.
No.
Yes,
drink,
beer cheese. You have to have beer cheese.
Oh yeah.
Hayden is mistaken. They're wrong. They have whiskey. They don't have bourbon over there. That's the big difference. Where are you at now, Hayden?
Do any of you still refer to soda as pop?
No, it's Coke.
That's more of a northern.
Oh, that's a regional thing. Yeah.
I say soda now, but I used to say Coke, because where I came from, it was just Coke for everything.
Yeah, it's Coke for everything.
That is true, but I always said soda because I always preferred like Sprite instead of Coke, and I was always afraid somebody was gonna get the wrong idea if I said Coke. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, you go to some restaurants and they'll be like,
"Can I have a Coke?"
Yeah,
and they'll be like, "Oh, we only have Pepsi." I'm like, "No, I mean, I just want what your cola, whatever is.
Right.
Bring the brown stuff. I want the brown gold. Give me that."
I was in Alabama.
Can we quote that? Bring the brown stuff. Bring the brown gold from Tina.
Don't take that out of context.
Hey, my dad used to put Coke in my bottle when I was a little kid. So I mean,
the best place I ever went in Alabama, they said, "What flavor Coke you want?" That's what they called soda.
Yep.
I've never heard that in my life. I was so confused. I'm like vanilla and cherry. She's like, "No, honey, what flavor Coke?" So she pointed there like Fanta and Sprite. That's amazing. What a
orange drink, the purple
I can't
drink.
imagine being drunk at that restaurant and hearing that question.
Greg, it is a good thing that Cracker Barrel does not have a bar.
It does serve alcohol.
It has booze now.
Wait, what?
Look, Maddie.
What?
I didn't know that.
That's have booze now. We went there a couple of weeks ago.
And my wife was like,
"Oh
they
yeah,
have booze?"
That's with Tina and Heather because they helped me move." So I was like, "Yeah,
Cracker
they have booze."
Why are we hanging out at Cracker Barrel?
Right?
Why don't we just go to Waffle House?
Well, Waffle House, you
Cracker
bring your
Barrel,
own
then
in.
Waffle House.
Omar, how much do we want for that Batman and Robin Tomasi? Do you? Oh, that one? I'll even haggle with you so you can have fun. I'm not selling my stuff on a different video, man. It'll come back to print. I'm sure.
Don't lie.
You missed
know
it
you
when I
love
was
to
selling
haggle.
because I need money.
Oh, Maddie, you sold yours?
I had to. It went to Joey. It went to Joe. It's fine.
Oh, Joey's a good guy.
Yeah, I'm working on my finances right now. And once I recover,
I think that's smart. That's smart. Get that fixed and then buy things.
That's how it works.
That's the plan.
Waffle House is nasty, boy. That's an understatement. But it's that good nasty, boy. That'll sober you up quick.
It's like a hot and nasty. Like you're just like, I eat it, and then you instantly feel bad. But you're like, I want it again.
Home, real quick. Now, what you heard Tina say is hot and nasty. You're like, I'm not sure what she's referring
what
to.
Is she talking about?
She's referring to the Little Caesars pizza hot and ready, which she refers to as a hot and nasty. Okay, good.
She always forgets to tell people the joke.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
Okay.
The Little Caesars pizza hot and ready. It's a hot and nasty. I call it a hot and nasty. So if you ever hear me say it's a hot and nasty,
that's what they called her.
It's not something you do in the bedroom.
Wow, Maddie. Like warm slop, Tina.
You want some more gruel?
All right, it is now 10:45.
I said you
turn it into pumpkin.
Good night.
Good night, Maddie.
See you, Maddie.
See you.
Sorry I had to join so late. I was trying to make it, but I realized I lost track of time.
It happens.
This is early. I was watching the live as I was grocery shopping. Making comments. That's where I was.
I
And
was
there's like,
gonna ask where you
you're
were.
not going to join the live in the grocery store. And I was like, no, I'm not going to pull a Rob.
Oh man.
Speaking of Rob, yeah, where's that guy tonight?
Who
Working.
knows?
Probably
No.
taking care of one of his many kids.
His baby's gotten huge.
They do that.
Well,
They
I've
do.
never met the baby. I've only seen pictures of the baby.
Yeah, they do that.
Omar, I'm really curious. So, like, how much of your basement is set up outside of what we can see in that camera shot?
Quite a lot actually. You know what's really cool about StreamYard? Let me see if I can do this really quick. I'm gonna show you one of the coolest things they just added, and I think this is gonna help right here.
What kind of sorcery are you trying here?
1 second. So I can give you a quick little tour.
What?
What are you doing?
You'll see.
Oh, he's got a second camera going.
All right, let's see if this works.
Reverb.
There we go. Mute thyself. All right, so he's got the second camera going. Omar, you want to add it to the stream?
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Mute it.
Oh. Echo.
This is not a 70s.
Damn, that is looking good. Man.
That looks real nice. There's a lot more space than what you used to have.
Yeah, I am. Okay, so yeah, so when Omar first showed me their new house, and I was like, I don't care about the rest of it. I just want to go see the basement. I want to go see what this studio setup's going to be like. There's a lot of room down there.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome. I'm very jealous.
I'm very yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's just sorry about the echo and the noise. I didn't know there was going to be that.
You're right.
That's the first time I've done the second camera. I was going to get a second Mevo from Melanie when we do the live streams. I just haven't had a chance. They just added that feature. So if you like go to share, you can do extra camera from the same like video. It's really cool.
I'll have to remember that for next time. I didn't realize you could do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Trying to communicate with the dolphins on the ledger. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, this is the Doctor Strange book. It's just the omnibus comes out here. This is the direct market cover. Comes out in a couple of, I think it's actually been postponed until April though.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, it's cool because you know, I mean, my old basement was pretty big too though. And it's just been a lot of fun going back and, like I said, opening a box and not. Sometimes you just get lost in there and like, oh yeah, X-Men book doesn't look to be in the correct. Oh please, James.
Now he's gonna like be like,
James, what are you talking about, buddy? It's in the correct order. Stop messing with me.
Little does Omar know I snuck in and moved things around when he wasn't looking.
Yeah, so like
put stuff in the wrong boxes.
My back shelf, like here, to put my favorite books up. Like, got my X-Men in chronological order, James, and then like some Batman Omnis and some absolutes up there, and then up at the top are the big books. Let me see if I can sort of like that, like those big books.
Oh wow, yeah.
Kind of give you an idea. Look at the Mevo go.
I love like the art they do and sort of like the promo and stuff for like box set stuff. But man, it is so awkward on shelves.
Well, there's a reason why like Marvel and DC doesn't like doing those big books. They just like, because bookstores hate carrying them. They never know how to put them in. You know, if you can't put it on a shelf, then how's it going to sell? Right. So they don't really like, they try to experiment with them. So
like the oversized.
But it's been a lot of fun unboxing. I've been doing it all myself. I don't let the girls down here because it's just it's you know, what are they gonna do? Make me mad? Melanie doesn't even come down here to help me.
You're like, this is Poppy's space.
I see all that Bendis. Yes, I know. I love that the last time, Warren, it was freaking Daniel Way's Wolverine was very prominent in every one of my videos. So I'm gonna make sure that's out of all my videos because I hate that run. And I have a crappy Brian Michael Bendis run now. It's always gonna be behind me because it's in chronological order. Damn it! If only
Note to
Marvel
self:
would
move
release,
Bendis away.
if only Marvel would
Next time
release
I'm over
more
there.
X-Men early on Omnis, I could move this and shift it down there.
I need to figure out. So I just need to figure out how to like you know in StreamYard and Zoom and all these things you can do the virtual backgrounds and stuff. I need to figure out how I can hack somebody else's virtual background so that I can change Omar's background to just be pure Bendis all the way across.
That would suck. Why would you do that?
No control over it whatsoever. Be perfect.
No, you're looking at Transformers. That's phase 1. Phase 2 is right here. Good eye though. That does look like The Walking Dead. Walking Dead's actually, let me see. It's over there. Oh my god. I just realized I have all my stuff out here. Thank goodness I don't have anything weird laying out.
Nothing that no one's supposed to see.
Dude, at least you don't have to worry about your camera like randomly zooming out on you. Like if
what's going on with that?
I don't know. I'm using
it follows you.
Yeah, it follows me, but like every now and then it picks up what it thinks is another face because it's got this smart thing. If 2 people walk in, then it'll like zoom out to get us both or whatever. So like every now and then it'll just zoom out and there's nobody else in the room. And I'm like, what the hell does it think is a face over there? What's going on? Yeah, it just
somebody
randomly
pressing their face against your window, you know?
Right? Or ghosts. I don't know. There's something over there on that shelf. I've had to like move that box around because of that.
That's gonna be really creepy when you go back and watch this later on, and you notice like somebody's face is on there.
There's actually a face there after all. Oh my
god! wait a minute. Wait a second. Somebody's calling me out here. Let's see here. Omar, that IDW, dude. I just said this is my favorite stuff. Like we got Dark Horse over there. We got DC, Marvel, Image. The IDW stuff is over there. This just happens to be like my favorite books on these shelves, except for Bendis. But I had to have it because it's the curse of the X. Stupid Bendis at the right X-Men. Changed background and extreme close up of Bendis' face. Thanks, I appreciate that. You starting a Geo, huh? A weekend geekdom Geo. Get in humans off. Yeah, man. Humans don't sell, dude. Good luck though. I hope they do it. Oh, what's up, Nora Wolf? You should display Batman Year 2 prominently just to irritate the haters. Oh my gosh, you're right. I should get somebody to custom buy me an absolute Year 2 and put it back there so then everybody asks me, wait, what is that Year 2 thing? Starman belongs on everybody's shelf, man. I wish DC would get off their butts and actually give us the Omnis that we were promised.
Yep. What is this? Hold on here. It's going to be like 3 Men and a Baby. The camera's going to
Man, I remember all the conspiracy stuff about that movie. Oh my goodness.
Dude, that was before the internet too. That's the beauty of it because it was friends telling friends.
It just did it.
Dude, there's something behind your window, dude. That's weird.
There is some creepy person looking through that window.
Creepy.
And then it like
what kind of camera did you get? What is that? Built in?
No, this is an Insta 360. It's kind of like a GoPro. It does a few different things, and one of the things that it's supposed to do really well is webcam, and it does, except that you can't control this thing. I wish I could just like lock it in right here, like what it is right now. This would be perfect, but you can't control it. I need a firmware update. Insta 360. If you happen to be listening, please update this.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Use your cell phone.
Yeah, well, I could just do that. Yeah. Or I've had like several other cameras on there.
And Man 40, no Yu Yu Hakusho reprints. I think they were in the catalog. And just because you find something in the catalog does not mean it's a sure bet. Believe me. Just look at all the people that were so excited about East of West and what was the big ones from earlier this year, I think. The Valkyrie hardcover turned out to be a complete collection. So I think that's what he's probably talking about, that it was in the catalog. And Diamond just messes up the catalog so often.
All right, so we've had a couple of suggestions now. I'm starting to think that we might just have to have a little Near Mint Collective short film or something like that, where it starts out with a live stream and then something goes terribly wrong. And it's actually seeing faces like the faces of them.
The ghosts
in the background. Yeah. We've got too many suggestions here. All right, we're gonna work on that. There we go. That's our Kickstarter. Omar, you missed it earlier. We're gonna try to out kickstart Brandon Sanderson.
Brando Sando.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, you guys are gonna out kickstart him, huh?
We're gonna do it. Yeah.
Oh no, we should have an NMC like Exorcist. That would be great.
There you go.
Where is this show heading? What is happening?
Could you imagine like Omar as the priest? You know,
we've taken a turn.
Yeah,
Dan like just projectile vomiting.
You know, actually, they try to get me to join the priesthood. I think with me and you, Andrew, they took 3 of us in a van. I know this is no. Shut up, Tina.
That's how it starts.
These kids in particular.
3 Catholic boys.
Oh, where's this going?
We were going to get like, I don't know. It was really weird that they picked 3 of us. Apparently, we were the most.
These guys.
Peaceful people. I don't know. I think a lot of it probably had to do with my Latin roots. I think they're like, oh, he's Latino. I'm sure he wants to become a priest. What else is he going to be?
Naturally, he wants to be a priest.
What else has he got in store in life? Whereas Andrew was naturally a good person and is naturally a good person. It was me, him, and somebody else. We were like, why I just remember thinking, this is real weird. We went an hour.
Do I need to bring out a trauma doll? And
Shut up, Tina. See, I knew you were going to go there.
Was even the comments of going there?
Of course they're going there.
Of course they're going there.
He was an altar boy.
Hey, here's a good one. Omar, I'm sure you've been asked this one before.
Yeah, I have.
When are we going to turn our characters into a comic book?
Our characters, ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. When are we going to turn ourselves into characters in a comic book?
Soon.
Let's do it.
When will now be then? When will then be now? Oh man, I'm tired. I do have to bounce off here, guys. It's been a lot of fun.
Actually, it's almost 11, so like 2 minutes till.
You guys keep killing it. It's cool. I just have to jump off and.
No, I think this is a good time to like cut it because I do have to work tomorrow too.
Yep.
Even though I don't have a doctor in clinic, I do have to work.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a good time to end it, guys. This has been a lot of fun. Everybody,
it absolutely has. If you like,
joining us.
Think about subscribing. Don't think about it. Just do it. Just press that button. Subscribe. Hit that notification button.
Yeah, Omar, you missed it earlier when Maddie was talking about what do you think Omar's going to say? Like, what as long as he says, somebody said, as long as Omar says those magic words when he's officiating the wedding, and I said, what? Like and subscribe. So you have to sneak that in now.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
That's what you say when they're supposed to kiss.
I'm gonna just wing it like I wing everything else in my life.
Andrew did a great personation of you. He was like, you know what? He's going to get those papers and he's going to be like, ha ha.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. He does know me so well. Oh, Buggies was here. What's up, man? This dude has been following us for, oh my gosh, 4 or 5 years. That's crazy. That's so cool, man. You keep coming back. Something brought him back.
It's going to be 6 years in a month. 2 months.
Dude, your camera is so trippy.
All right,
I'm
going to bed before I get
just to walk in.
Yeah, I'm going to bed before I get possessed here. Guys, it's been a lot of fun.
All right, guys. You all be good.
Thanks for
joining,
everybody.
Guys.
See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.